She's smiling at you. The back and forth feels easy enough, but something lingers in the background, a faint disconnect you can't quite identify. Her words say one thing, yet something beneath them feels slightly different, as if there's another layer she isn't voicing. Welcome to one of the most confusing dynamics between men and women, the silent truths that women think and feel but rarely say out loud. These aren't mind games or deliberate attempts to mislead. They're unspoken realities shaped by experience, upbringing, and social conditioning. Over time, women learn that directly expressing certain needs or desires can lead to being labeled too needy, too complicated, or too much. So they keep those truths close, hinting rather than declaring, hoping that the right partner will notice and understand. What follows are 7 of those secrets, things many women carry with them daily but seldom articulate. They explain why conversations sometimes feel off, why attraction can shift unexpectedly, and why relationships thrive or falter depending on how these hidden dynamics are handled. Secret 1. They're testing your leadership constantly. This isn't about control or domination, it's about trust. Women want to know if they can sometimes let go of the endless responsibility of decision-making and rely on their partner to take the wheel. I learned this lesson the hard way. In past relationships, when a woman asked me where I wanted to go for dinner, I'd shrug and say, "I don't know, wherever you want." I thought I was being easygoing and considerate. Instead, I was unknowingly creating subtle frustration. Later, one ex told me that every time I passed the decision back to her, even about something as simple as choosing a restaurant, it made her feel like she was carrying the mental load of our relationship alone. Leadership in this context doesn't mean always deciding everything or ignoring her preferences. It means showing you're capable of stepping up with confidence. When you can occasionally make decisions, handle logistics, or take charge in moments of uncertainty, you signal that you're reliable and capable, a partner she can trust to share the weight of life. Secret 2. Emotional strength matters more than physical strength. Media often emphasizes muscles, height, and stereotypical masculine features as the pinnacle of attraction. And yes, physical attraction has its place. But what women rarely say outright is that emotional stability and strength matter far more in the long run. Think about it. Physical attraction might open the door, but it doesn't sustain a relationship. Emotional strength, your ability to stay calm in conflict, process your emotions without blaming her, and remain grounded when she's overwhelmed, creates lasting security. I once witnessed this contrast at a wedding. A man who looked like he'd been cut out of a fitness magazine drew plenty of attention. But when his partner got upset over something small, he snapped, raised his voice, and embarrassed them both. Meanwhile, another man, less physically striking, handled a tense moment with his girlfriend calmly and compassionately. Every woman at the table noticed. Emotional steadiness trumped physical perfection that day. Secret 3. They want to be wanted, not needed. This one is subtle but critical. Women want to feel chosen, desired, and valued. But when that desire turns into dependency, when a man's happiness hinges entirely on her, attraction often fades. Wanting her means you're whole on your own, but you see her as someone who makes life richer. Needing her means you see her as the missing piece required to fix your emptiness. Women sense the difference instantly, even if they can't put it into words. In my 20s, I blurred that line all the time. I'd structure my life around a woman's availability, text obsessively when she was busy, and lean on her for emotional validation. I thought it was devotion. They felt it as suffocation. True attraction grows when she sees that you want her because of the life you've already built, not because you need her to complete it. Secret 4. Small details matter more than grand gestures. Hollywood convinces us that love is proven through extravagant trips, elaborate surprises, or expensive jewelry. But the truth? Women are often far more touched by small, consistent gestures of attention. It's not the flowers you buy once a year. It's remembering the little things she casually mentions, noticing her moods, and acting on those observations. My partner once told me she realized she was falling for me not after a fancy date, but when, weeks after she'd mentioned a specific tea she loved, I showed up with it unprompted. That tiny act showed her I had been paying attention. Big gestures might create excitement, but small, thoughtful details create depth and lasting connection. Secret 5. They need space but fear asking for it. Women often crave time to themselves, to recharge, to focus, to breathe, but many hesitate to ask. They've been conditioned to worry that requesting space will be seen as rejection, coldness, or disinterest. I experienced this with a partner who grew increasingly irritable. I assumed she was pulling away. When we finally talked, she admitted she simply needed more alone time but felt guilty saying so. Once we agreed that independence and space were healthy for both of us, the tension vanished. She returned to our time together more engaged because she no longer felt drained by constant closeness. Healthy relationships allow both people to exist as complete individuals, sharing their lives by choice, not clinging out of obligation. Secret 6. Competence in daily life is incredibly attractive. This is one many men underestimate. Competence in basic adult responsibilities, cooking a simple meal, maintaining a clean space, managing money, staying on top of health, signals maturity and partnership potential. It's not about impressing her with perfection. It's about showing you don't need her to take care of the basics for you. A man who functions well on his own is attractive because he signals stability. He's not looking for a mother, he's looking for a partner. Secret 7. They're protecting themselves more than you realize. From the very first interaction, many women are unconsciously assessing safety. They monitor your tone, your reactions, the environment. They share their location with friends before meeting someone new. They plan exit strategies. Not because they're paranoid, but because experience has taught them it's necessary. This vigilance isn't just about physical safety. It's also about managing emotional safety, avoiding anger, ego flare-ups, or manipulative behavior. Women rarely say this out loud because it makes them feel vulnerable or because they've learned that some men dismiss or even resent hearing it. Understanding this hidden reality means approaching interactions with awareness. When you show through consistent behavior that you're safe, respectful, and trustworthy, you ease that constant background tension. These 7 secrets aren't about women being mysterious. They're about acknowledging the invisible pressures they navigate every day and the ways those pressures shape relationships. When men recognize and respond to these unspoken truths, with steadiness, attention, competence, and care, the dynamic changes. Conversations stop feeling off. Trust builds. Attraction deepens. And relationships become not only easier but also more genuine, resilient, and fulfilling.